Additionally, the Securities and Exchange Commission has increased its legal fight with Ripple Labs by submitting a new appeal. This appeal challenges a significant decision about the classification of XRP, which has been a source of contention between the two parties. A decision that was handed down by Judge Analisa Torres, which stated that Ripple's programmed sales of XRP do not satisfy the criteria for securities, is the subject of the appeal that the Securities and Exchange Commission has submitted. There is a possibility that the ruling will lead to a rethinking of the regulatory standards that are applicable to cryptocurrencies coming forward. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) recently conducted an emergency meeting that is ostensibly focused on a potential settlement in its ongoing appeal relating to the XRP issue with Ripple. In light of these legal impediments, suspicion is rising over the decision to hold the meeting. The regulation of cryptocurrencies in the United States may be about to undergo a significant shift as a result of this. Nevertheless, in response to a user's concern regarding whether or not the meeting would be based on Ripple, Mark Fagel, former counsel for the Securities and Exchange Commission, reacted with the word "not," implying that the conversation might not be centered on Ripple at all. The chief legal officer of Ripple, Stuart Alderety, made a prediction that the verdict handed down by Judge Torres would either be affirmed or enlarged by the Second Circuit Court of the United States. Remand is the best possible outcome for the SCSCSC, although it is highly unlikely to take place. In the interlocutory appeal that the Securities and Exchange Commission filed, which was ultimately unsuccessful, Judge Torres made it quite clear that the Howey test and Ripple's fair notice defense will be re-examined. One of the questions that the fair notice standard asks is whether or not the legislation is something that the average person is aware of. It is possible that the Securities and Exchange Commission would assert that the ruling that Judge Torres made against them did not satisfy this criterion, which would put the agency in a precarious situation. I wrote earlier this month that CEO Brad Garlinghouse claimed in his letter that if Gensler and the SEC cared about the rule of law, they would accept their failure and go on with their lives. Garlinghouse made this statement at the beginning of this month. On the other hand, they have no interest in ensuring that the law is administered in an accurate manner or in offering explanation to industrial actors inside the government of the United States. The sole objective of the organization is to create chaos while Chair Gensler is in charge of the organization. Regarding the United States of America, they have little interest in innovation or technological advancement. Ripple has maintained its position as the unrivaled leader in the stablecoin industry and has been responsible for a significant number of transactions and the utilization of Tether and USDC over the course of several years. As a result of the litigation that Ripple filed against the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), Ripple was unable to use XRP in the United States due to legal issues. This is the reason why situations are the way they are. On the other side, the impact that Ripple has had on stable currencies demonstrates that their next stablecoin, RLUSD, has the potential to not only draw no notice but also attract attention. For the reason that XRP is required for the Ripple stablecoin to exist on the XRP ledger and is employed for each and every transaction that occurs inside those stablecoin transactions, it is important for XRP to be present. Ripple has a significant influence on currencies that are stable. The broad use of XRPs is beneficial to Ripple since it is the only cryptocurrency that can serve as a gas for RLUSD. This is beneficial to Ripple because it adds the entages. The widespread use of the XRP ledger will assure the long-term sustainability of both XRP and the XRP ends of the ledger, provided that the XRP ledger is useful in terms of its functionality. But despite the fact that the ecosystem is always undergoing improvements, many individuals who are optimistic on Bitcoin are unaware of the fact that they are missing out on something truly remarkable. The CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, was quoted as saying that he was surprised by the timing of the XRP native. He stated that he had anticipated the product to lure cash into XRP for investment objectives. The headline was published by Crypto Basic. If this additional factor is taken into mind, there is a greater possibility that XRP and the XRP ledger will be successful in the long run. Ripple's chief executive officer, Brad Garlinghouse, made a comment in an interview with CNBC that made reference to the failures of banks that occurred at the beginning of 2023. These bank failures caused the cryptocurrency firm rings in the United States to lose their dollar peg, which caused the price of cryptocurrencies to plummet to an all-time low. This incident was one of the elements that inspired Ripple to move forward with the creation of their stablecoin. Ripple believed that they could produce a stablecoin that was superior to the ones that are currently available, and they believed that they could create a stablecoin themselves. The conclusion is that Ripple is a serious competitor in the cryptocurrency industry owing to the impact it has on stable currencies and the likelihood of widespread adoption of XRP in the XRP ledger. On the other hand, there is little doubt that Ripple has the potential to become the industry leader and establish itself as a dominant force in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. As a result of Ripple's performance and the growing popularity of stable coins, this potential has been proved. In this presentation, our speaker discusses the enormous number of transactions that Ripple processes in the United States dollar, as well as the manner in which the platform has been utilizing the USD for a number of years. For years, Ripple has been using Tether and USD, and he adds that it is responsible for an average of 20% of all transactions that take place in the United States. It is clear from this that Ripple's influence in the cryptocurrency industry is significant in its own right. The individual who is speaking raises a number of questions regarding the payments made, the amount of money that is transferred, currency pairs, exchanges, and the reasons that Rulus is not available on Coinbase. They believe that this could be due to the fact that Coinbase has a connection to the United States dollar and that it has an interest in the financial industry. In light of the fact that it is not their primary focus, they are also contemplating whether or not they would like to get RLSD listed on Coinbase. Ripple, on the other hand, is adamant that they do not want to compete on the XRP ledger because it is not only important for the existence of their stablecoin but also necessary for its existence. The reason that the speaker is presenting this line of thinking is due to the fact that Ripple does not have access to the XRP ledger and would prefer not to compete on it. The person who is speaking is of the opinion that this does not make any sense. In the event that Ripple desired to compete on the XRP ledger, the speaker indicated that this would not impede other players in the stablecoin game from also competing on the same platform. It is possible that they may argue that the Ripple case is cloaked in mystery, which would be a plausible justification for their absence. There is a possibility that this could take place, as the speaker acknowledges. Nevertheless, they believe that the most essential point is that if Ripple has such large volumes, they should invest those volumes into their stablecoin in order to build trust in the platform and attract attention to it. The individual who is speaking believes that this is very exceptional and that it might be the highest point that the market has ever reached. In conclusion, the speaker emphasizes how essential it is to have a complete understanding of the specifics of Ripple's transactions and the potential impact that these transactions may have on the market for the United States dollar. Ripple's chief executive officer is that individual. When asked about the timing of the registrations of several exchange-traded funds for XRP, Brad Garlinghouse admitted that he was surprised by the timing. In his speculation, he hypothesized that the product will introduce extra cash into the ecosystem of XRP. In the application that was submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission on October 2, 2024, Bitwise requested the establishment of an exchange-traded fund for the 7th largest cryptocurrency in terms of market capitalization. It was because of this that the XRP community was able to get off to a rollicking start. After a week had passed, the crypto asset management company announced that it intended to create an exchange-traded fund ETF for XRP by filing a document to the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC). During the same time period, the well-known investment firm known as Canary Capital entered the competition to launch a product that is comparable to the trading platform for XRP. Since it is just a matter of time before the industry sees a product that is equal to XRP and other assets like Ethereum. The reason for this is straightforward. The prediction that Garlinghouse made regarding an exchange-traded fund that would invest in XRP is gradually becoming a reality, according to Garlinghouse. The Securities and Exchange Commission has given its approval to exchange-traded funds for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and 2 potential issuers are currently working on developing a product that is analogous to XRP. Grayscale's decision to file for the conversion of their digital Big Cap fund, which contains 5 crypto assets such as XRP and Bitcoin, to a spot-based exchange-traded fund, FL validates this prediction that investors are looking for basket-style cryptocurrency investment possibilities. FL is an acronym for Exchange Traded Fund. Garlinghouse is of the opinion that Grayscale's Basket Exchange Traded Fund will bring some more capital to the XRP ecosystem, as well as to the cryptocurrency market as a whole. Since the 10th of January, when they were first made available to the public, Bitcoin exchange-traded funds have been able to garner a substantial quantity of capital, which has led to an increase of $21 billion. It was projected by the chief executive officer of Ripple that these funds will draw additional cash in the future due to the fact that XRP is currently at a low price. In a nutshell, the chief executive officer of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, is of the opinion that the timing of the registrations of several exchange-traded funds for XRP will result in the introduction of extra money into the XRP ecosystem, as well as the cryptocurrency market as a whole. A staggering amount of capital has been poured into Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs since they went online on January 10th, according to the CEO of Ripple. This amount amounts to a total of $21 billion. This is the foundation upon which the CEO's confidence is built, and it stems from the fact that Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs have drawn a significant amount of capital.